Katochin ketestai logoiwekab emet ole kanyor toretet nebo amitwogik sukulit nebo Kapsabet School for the Deaf kobun Omeria Foundation koboto kandoindet nebo chamait nebo Mapatano Party of Kenya Damaristo ole kamwato kole chang sukulishek cheu chotok bo kipsomaninik chetinye kewelutik en borwek chebune koimutik kosor ako magat kokusikong notok serikali. En kasarato ko morubetab Governor nebo Nandi Dr. Olita Mitai kole wendi koyai serikalitab county nebo Nandi kaitet nebo biik tugul chetinye kewelutik en borwek asikimuch kitabonji rabinik cheyomotin en budget noto bo serikalitab county nebo Nandi. Kinyoru report nebo Cornelius Keter.
Kongololi eng sukulitab Kapsabet School for the Deaf yekangokoitoi toretetab amitwogik koityi sukulinoto komwa party leader nebo Mapatano Party of Kenya Damaristo kole chang kaimutik chebune kipsomaninik chetindoi kewelutik eng borwekwak kit nekikochi inendet kotoret sukulishechoto kole kasom serikali kokushikong sukulishechoto ak kolitit kaimutik chebune sukulishechoto koboto kipsomaninik.
This is our 7th school today. Earlier on we visited many other schools and I am so saddened, to be very honest with you, that this is a school that actually produces the same students we produce for our national exams, yet they do not have a lab. So the one thing we asked them, what is your challenge, they said chemistry, and the reason it is chemistry is because they do not have a lab. And yet this is the same exams they're going to do when the national school is sitting as well.
Kasom Damaris serikali kowek tugetab konyoiset nebo kipsomaninik nekinaat ko Edu Afya kosubkei ak nekitoret kipsomaninik chechang konyor konyoiset ama eng kaimutik alak tugul.
I want to appeal to you that you please return Edu Afya to the SHA. Because when you return Edu Afya to the SHA, it means all these students here can get the hearing aids, and we will limit the number of people having issues with being deaf.
In our society, we have the needies, and charity in our society has only one religion, that is for sake of God.
Eng kasarata ko kanyor kora biik chetindoi kewelutik eng borwekwak eng county nebo Nandi toretetab amitwogik ak wheelchairs kobun serikalitab county nebo Nandi, Omeria Foundation ak kibagengeitab Ethnic Kids ole wendi noto kotoreti icheket ak komwa kandoik chekaboto Deputy Governor nebo county nebo Nandi Dr. Olita Mitai kole tesetai serikalitab county nebo Nandi koyai koitetab biik chetindoi kewelutik eng borwekwak eng county nebo Nandi asikitabonji chepkondok cheyomei.
So wakati net census ilifanya 2019 ikafanya mambo ambayo haitatusaidia kwa sababu hawakuregister PWDs ambao wako chini ya miaka 5. Kwa hivyo that data is incomplete na itabidi kwamba tutafute namna mbadala ya kuweza kuhakikisha tunajua idadi ya watu walio na ulemavu katika kaunti yetu ya Nandi, aina ya ulemavu, usaidizi wanaojitakia, na nataka nishukuru sana kwa wale wote ambao wamejitolea hapa na pale kuhakikisha kwamba walemavu katika vijiji vyao hawafichwi tena, wanajitokeza ili waweze kupata kunufaika kwa programs za serikali.
We have the mothers, we have the caregivers who are taking care of people living with disabilities. Nobody has come up to see how can they be assisted also. You find a mother taking care of a child from birth up to even 30-something years alone. So even if the Inua Jamii will give something little to that child, what about the mother who is caring for that child?
Kongete taonitab Kapsabet eng county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Cornelius Keter.
Ako kotestai kolany mising koitetab biik chekinyorchin miondab cancer nekakomong ng'amotik kole bunu tuguk chebitos en borto chenotin ko tumors ako tiengei kanyoik kobitu nito kobun amitwogik koboto kerichek kora chekiboisien en sutetab mbarenik ak koboto minutik cheterter. Kenyoru report neng'eten county nebo Uasin Gishu neibwech Isaac Kogei.
Kongololi aketeshoni komwa kanyoindet Dr. Ikweny, consultant neurosurgeon neboisie eng sipitalitab Top Hill nemite eng taonitab Eldoret kole kokotestai kolany mising kaimutik chebo tumors anan letaetab kei noto nebo kaimutietab seriat nebunu ortinwek cheterter, nemwoe kole kokotestai kolany kosubkei ak ortinwek chotok chebo sobet anan lifestyle.
Bunu ano cancer chu, and so kikeyai uchunguzi akenai kele cancer chu kokochang'a en emoni kobunu amitwogik chekiame, what we call lifestyle, the food, amitwogik chekiame, the environment nekimi yekimuche ketepto en gaa ak beek chekie. Netai ko amitwogik amun kiam amitwogik chemakinai kele kabunu ano, tindo chemicals cheu ne. Amache amwa example nebo chekikuren aflatoxins. Ikebut bandek anan beek en gaa keseparateni chekikoyachekitun kele bo ne bo tuga ko chetakomyach kele ne bo biik cheome. Yekikochi teta konyonige chego ak ilu chego chugan. Komenai ile chego chugan kotindo ne chemicals, aflatoxins.
Kamwa Dr. Ekweny kole nyolu eng biikab emet koistoegei ametab amitwogik chotok chemanyolu ak koistoegei kora boisietab kerichek amo eng chomchinet notok nebo konyoik anan self medication.
Tuguk alak pesticides, chemicals chekisprayen en imbaret. Siku hizi because of labor komakeemployeni biik cheweedeni. So we spray our crops with chemicals. And some of these kokonu problems because licheni these pesticides into the soil. Ye lichen into the soil, quick stored in the soil. Korukanyon imin ingwek anan imin vyakula, kolya, quick stored in the fruits and vegetables. When you eat, those are the causes of cancer.
Bitu ng'alalenyi yekangosuldae engsetab metit noton nebo kwony agenge kobun komosta nebo Kisii nekatinye kaimutiet noton nebo seriat eng metinyi nekaib kasartab saisiek 12.
So kingechi uchunguzi ko ki a big tumor. But because of financial challenges, kelenji the only way kakai onyoru daktari en Eldoret kobwa our facility. Konyongechi uchunguzi kora kotagu indo a tumor man, but a tumor which we can handle. We were able to handle.
James Oboba nemokyingei konyoiset komwoe kole nganda kotinye kaimutiet nebo tumor kwondonyi kokokakobet inendet kamang'unet kobate konyor kwondonyi engset nekotoret kowekchigei chametabgei noto nebo borto.
Shida yenyewe hatukuwa tunaijua mwanzo kwa sababu alikuwa ameanza kuwa na shida ya macho, especially the right eye. Sasa tulipokuwa tumeanza matibabu, tukaanza na kliniki kutoka Nyanchwa hospital kule Kisii. Nina matumaini kwa sababu amerejea katika hali yake ya kawaida nzuri.
Kong'eteke taonitab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Ak chang kaimutik chebune kabatikab chaik, ne agenge en chotok ko kampunisiek chetelelchin aldaetab chaik en siret neo nemiten Mombasa. Ole mwoe kabatikab chaik kole makonyorunen kelchin mung'aret nebo aldaetab chaik. Bernard Sang ko nebo kecherten factory nebo Boito en Bomet nekamwa kole maboibochin icheket kampunisiek chotok telelchin aldaetab chaik. Ng'alal ak Festus Rono nekachobwe report.
Amiten en county nebo Bomet, bakuyan kemwa man ko chang kaimutik chebune kabatik choton chebo chaik. Agenge ko nan kemwa noton nebo kampunisiek chetonochin aldaetab chaik en siret no anan auction no nemiten en komosta nebo Mombasa. Kou ele mwawech inendet Bernard Sang, noton ko nebo kecheret anan overall chair en factory noton nebo Boito en komosta nebo Konoi, nekamwa ine kole kikobun kaimutik chechang anan kewelutik chechang kabatik chebo chaik akobo chaik kwak kiamwa kole tomo konyorunen kelchin. En ketesiet nebo Kass TV ameche imwoe kaimutik chu kemwa ile chang kaimutik chebune kabatik chebo chaik.
Okay. En kainutik chu kekuren Bernard Sang, overall chair nebo Boito factory, kitindoi shida kot neo kot temikab chaik. Kanyon nekoto temikab chaik asakorirek chebo temikab chaik chebo Boito factory. Ngekeren report nebo aldaetab chaik every week ki number 6970 Boito. Ako en inany ko kikebut keyom kebut quality ako tomo kenyoru walet age tugul. Kasome serikali nenyonet ale kotakonamwech keun ak ndamukokse konan awekyi kongoi area member of parliament nebo Konoin Mheshimiwa Brighton Yakona amun kikonyo president 1 month ago Konoin kosomwech inendet kole kosom president kole konamwech eun kosapoten temik amun tam ketakseni 2 shillings every month chebo project en temik. Ko kikosom president kole ndakosiche factory age tugul nemoche ketonemcha en Konoin 200 million kotoreti temik. Lakini komoche asom kit agenge nekakobekten Boito factory ko kampunit nebo Ramba neoldewech chaik en Mombasa. Kalyan kampunini kong'eten kingonam ko kitam kemiten 50 something lakini nguni kemite 70 kimi 69 Boita factory amu namba kamache ateben PS Rono alenji ngowalwech abo kampunini Hamba company neoldewek chaik. Ng'alekab separation ko aenge en biik chesupporteni separation amun echek ngunon kemi under mokoshek ak Opel factory. Ko supporten ng'alekab separation ko kiokere ole kimoche sikokilgei factory age tugul. O ndakisepareten en account amakesepareten echen oldo age amun kingomwochi Brighton Ekon MP president kolenji tekwek factories chu mpya kesib bahati amun kikiimegei komokimoche keseparetengei amun yochech factories alak, lakini nguni kemoche keseparetengei kebe Boita kikun koik independent mokoshek koik independent Opel factory sikobit competition amun mi factory nemokilegei, lakini en factory nenyon nebo Boita factory ko chaik kororon machanik, bendi machanik komie, bendi akoi Mombasa, lakini king'ole kila kelenjech tom koba machanik kibo last year, lakini problem ine nekakosen en Boita factory ko company nebo Hamba nengen PS Rono nemoche kowolwech amun PS nenyonet akot kongen factory noton komwowech ako kakikoite 2 weeks kotko makichenjen factory nebo Hamba kebendi demonstration temikab Boita.
Choton ko kaimutik chebune chemung'arainik anan choton kabotik chebo chaik kobun komosta noton nebo Konoin ak kebeberwek alak en county niton nebo Bomet nekasom PS noton nebo agriculture noton ko Dr. Paul Rono koker kole kachutyi niton ak kokochi icheket walutiet kosubkei ak kaimutik mising ko kampunisiek chetelelchin aldaetab chaik en siret neo noton nebo Mombasa. Kong'eten county nebo Bomet aweku soet kikuron Festus Rono.
Ak testai kampunitab Safaricom kosimchin boisiet nebo muswoknotetab kasari nebo Artificial Intelligence AI en kasuldaetab boisionikchik. Kamwa afisayat neo en Safaricom Peter Ndegwa kole testai kowoloksei en chepchebindo neo muswoknotet ako testai ichek kosimchin walet noton testai komukten ichek kokochi kastomaekwak boisionik chemokyingei en oret nenyumnyum. Ng'ololi Ndegwa en betut netai nebo summit nebo Safaricom Decode East Africa Edition nekakiyai en taonitab Nairobi.
Here at Safaricom, we are using AI in numerous ways. As a tech organization, we look forward to providing our customers with highly personalized offers and experiences across all our platforms thanks to AI. If you speak to Fozia and our team who looks after consumer business, you'll know how we are, and I'm sure you'll see some of that showcased this week. Our AI-led operations is based on 3 core pillars. The first one is AI customer experience. We are creating more streamlined and engaging customer experience for customers by increasing capabilities of our AI assistants, such as Zuli. I saw some virtual assistants out there, which means that this is being scaled. And as part of improving our experience through AI, we've developed fraud detection models ranging from identity theft to social engineering, enabling us to block and deal with fraudulent activities. As you know, in an ecosystem like ours, you'll attract criminals, and we are using big data and AI to be able to limit and reduce that, and actually to be able to pre-warn customers for when we are even predicting when a customer might be prone to being defrauded or being SIM-sword.
Kakobarasta kampunitap Old Mutual Group melekwek chetesotin chebo bilion 1.1 kotomo ketil aisurut ako chotok ko melekwek chebo kenyitab 2024. Koibarasta Old Mutual melekwek chetesotin kekerchin ak chekinyor icheket en kenyit nebo 2023. Ole akot kounotok kokamwa Old Mutual kole konyor melekwek chetesotin kosubkei ak mung'aret nekolany nekoyai kampuninotok.
2024 really tough macro environment. Appreciation of the Kenya shilling leading to some increase in recharges to subsidiaries. We've seen interest rates, a high interest rate environment leading to increased costs on some of our borrowings. We had floods midway through the year, together with some damage to property resulting out of the protests, which increased our claims. But all in all, a great outcome. Profit before tax over 80% growth year on year, driven by a rebalancing of our portfolio, shifting away from low margin classes in terms of our growth to higher margin classes. If you look at pure general insurance and specialized classes, we had growth of up to 31% in some of our markets. Investment income was also good and supported the results with the high interest rate regime we saw last year. We've managed to keep costs very well controlled, and you'll have seen that costs in some instances have come down.
2024 was a year that demonstrates the beauty of a diversified portfolio. We still managed to bring in 3.8 billion in operating profits before finance costs, despite the fact that we saw insurance business coming under a lot of pressure on the claim side. So we paid nearly 1.5 billion more in claims in 2024 than we did in 2023. And despite that, we still saw our operating profits remain stable. Reason being, our asset management business came to the table, our life insurance business came to the table, our investment properties portfolio came to the table and sort of softened that blow.
Akakoyat Tattoo City kibagengeit anan club nenaat ko HQ newendi komuktechin biikab boror kosirgei ak koek membaek. Kosubkei ak Tattoo City ko club noton naat ko HQ kowendi koyumi chemung'arainik en sectors cheterter ako choto koboto kora biik chetindoi naet en muswoknotet ko oret nebo kobarait yaetab mung'aret. Akoek club nebo HQ netai keyat en Kenya ole miten age nemiten emet nebo Marekani.
Tattoo City is a place for everyone. We already have thousands of Kenyans and international people living at Tattoo City. And what HQ does is create an even bigger bridge between Tattoo City and other countries around the world, and particularly the United States, where HQ Club is based. There's a huge, huge amount of progress at Tattoo City. We have more than 5,000 people living here today. Just in the building behind us here, there's 5,000 young Kenyans working 24/7, serving clients, mainly American clients around the world. We have thousands of apartments and many, many businesses, over 100 businesses here at Tattoo City. So you're just going to see more and more progress of an entirely new city developing on Nairobi's doorstep.
Chitab Kalenjin amache ameten ak report kora noton netinyegei ak miondo nebo fistula. Ako noto ko miondo nekotestai koib uinwek mising en kwonyik kasarta nebo sigisiet ak kobun kora nyasutik alak cheter. Ako kitestai kewirchini konda mionitok bo fistula mising kewirchini konda ng'alalet kobun alak en kwonyik chetestai konyoru konyoiset akobo mionotok. Kila kenyit kobune kwonyik chesire 2 million kobun komoswek cheterter chebo ng'wony koimutiet nebo miondab fistula ne en kasarwek chechang koibu koimutik cheityin kwonyik kasarta nebo sigisiet. Nitok ko koimutiet neibu tewernatet neo nekoyai kwonyik chechang kounyge ak kotabangei en bororiet. Akot kounotok ketestai kecheng'e kakuyet akobo mionitok ole king'ololi ak kanyoindet koboto alak en kwonyik chebune koimutionitok bo fistula. En sipitalitab Gainocare nemiten Eldoret en county nebo Uasin Gishu kenyoru kanyoindet Samuel Munyoki nekikomongei asikotoret kwonyik chetindoi miondab fistula konyor konyoiset ak kowekchigei sobet nekibo tai.
The treatment is not a complicated procedure. Usually, because we are offering a routine treatment program, it means a patient can walk in any day, get admitted. So when they are admitted, when they are received, they are screened. Screening means evaluation by a trained person to determine what is the problem. Because sometimes somebody will say I have fistula, but then you realize they just have a UTI or just a simple infection. So when they are screened and verified it is the fistula, then they will be advised. They will go to lab, we have the blood works done to see if they are suitable for theater. They have to go through a bit of counseling. They have to be, somebody will explain to them the modes of treatment available. And within the next 2 or 3 days, they can receive their corrective surgery. Then they will be in the hospital recuperating for at least 10 days to 14 days. And then they are free to go home. We can say straightforward, but not always is it straightforward. The surgery can be easy, can be moderate, like moderately easy, or it can also be difficult because fistula is an injury. If somebody is involved in an accident, they cannot determine how much injury they will get, but it happens. So when injury occurs, some people sustain a lot of injury, others sustain mild, others just a bit of bruises. So it can be a simple, it can be a moderate, it can be a complex fistula. For the simple fistulas, the procedure takes about 1 hour. For the complex, it can take as much as 5 hours. So that is not the burden of the surgeon. Sometimes the complex ones fail, and some women might need several procedures eventually to get well. But over 80% will be okay with just one repair, especially when you have a good fistula surgeon.
En sipitali noto kora kenyoru kwonyik oeng, Alice ak Irene, che arorwech akobo sobenywan kong'eten koityi koimutietab fistula.
Inam kitabu kokamuno maternity tarehe 24 tarehe fenye sasa kikakindaiwa mbiret anyone kokamong maternity. Sasa kingecher mbirani kotoi koba beek. Tarehe 22 kikicherwa mbiret tarehe 22. Atebi kidogo tarehe 30 Desemba kotoi koba beek. Ko kiawendi kasisiek chebo kawaida, awendi mbar abute chaik. Atebi amu iwetitoi ano mbar makoi ibatishe sikobendi beek. Sasa kiyoche itebi konyo amu makito nebo kawaida. Sasa ngot konai biik kole komakanye chi kotebi ak inye. Ile acha boroni ikere ile kai katepchigei eng kurgenyu. Sasa inget ile biik alak komuchi komwa koyait kole ma expression komie.
Kinam kolal moet ak ang'ung'u ak kolale moet ak ang'ung'u. Kimuta sipitali Kericho. Ko kingemuta sipitali Kericho abaru en Kericho. Kinam kinyana. Kinam kimuta theater, kinem bendo ak kiyokto bendo. Ko kingiyokto benyi komong ko cancer. Kotestai kanyaet any. Ko kingotestai kanyaet kekonon transfer anyon Eldoret. Ko kinanyon Eldoret nyokinyan en Eldoret. Awe gaa. Awendi gaa kila arawet ak aweksei Eldoret. Ko konanyon en Eldoret anyon. Ngunon yamong'u en yu kora awendi Eldoret. Kiba keunon Soromok. Kiatindoi shida kounotok amweti ngoroik chechuk. Ak aame tugun yani chekikakilyon aam. Kobesyo machamwon aamis. Kobesyo amisie. Ko ngap konam koiman ang'ung kora kowekyo. Ko yon mami kerichek koname borto kora. Yoche komi kerichek. Ngunon leon dakitari wial kerichek kouni ak nou. Aale kerichek choton chebeku arawet. Ko ngobek arawet aweke any kerichek. Ko betut nekaweke kora awendi atitoi kerichek.
Akot ngandan kebeberta neo nebo kwonyik chetindoi fistula kobune uinwek cheboto katabanet anan ko sasisiet nenaat mising ko stigma, komiten alage cheu Alice chetindoi keljin nebo chomnyet nekinyor kobun familia chekwak. Nitok kobo komonut mising en banda nebune kwonyik chetindoi fistula.
Ami kane kong'eten kinamyan komami ole awendi. Atile tuyet konyo gaa. Cham awendi kanisa. Ko kinamyan kuni matawe kanisa. Ale bichotok ngoi kanisa konyu. Ako mong'eti akoba ane. Kit nekale akotoreton otoreto. Kimi pamoja akot biikab kokwet, akot biikab kanisa. Kemi pamoja. Kialeon aman eun kou ele ungendes borto. Ingele borto komobo chichok. Imuchi itilil kounon karon keitu imyoni. Ko ngunon kit nekasomok oya kayuanen eunek. ong'et ak akwek lok ongen kit nau onam ushukani nekioyoe koit kosobo Mungu. Mungu ineken nekiokochigei ale Mungu sikobit iyaiwon nemie.
Amwachini biik chetindoi shida neu ni ale ko kito nekinyoi. Atkounyge chi kole acha makonye kenam olion lakini kito nekinyoi. Amache koba ichek konai kokas chi koteb kole konai hospitalini akobwa kinya amu inyookse.
Ingele yani family konai kole skiriimyan maitinye uwezo kou ta. Kinitinye uwezo inye metoretin nesereti akine koyoche kotoretin akichek kou eleu nguni. Ngamun ingele isome chito sinye koting'et. Lagokab ko kotor kolelen ile kakeng'et ak mama sikeyai ne. Otochamdosi ak biikab kokwet kotor kotoretin kokwet kora. Akong'et kokwet kokur choronok. Kenyo kele obwan boker Elis. Kimyan Elis. Kotor isiche toretet en yoto. Ale kotor isiche toretet. Ngamun ite korarun kerichek anan korarun okot transport. Kotor kotoretin chito kole katinye koteb kole konu nambaisiek ayokun ne. Tongilo. Komakai ing'et iwe kerichek. Komara kotom isop komie. Koechelewan tarikisiek chekikimwaun koui. Ngamun kakosir. Inyeitou lelenen ano. En yu.
Kongoi neo mising komakat kikochi kanyoik cheu Samuel chekotorchigei boisiet nekorom nebo kanyaetab miondab fistula asikekirinda tewernatet nebune kwonyik.
Kiboiboi amu kokenyoru matibabu. Ako kenai kele kakisabe mau atkinye is kotaimi gaa kotom inai ile kinyoi biik lakini kingeit kokonu mawaidha daktari na akotoi konyae. Sasa akot ane ngamikoni komelen au atkinye anyun makobwone biik.
Agenge en tuguk kora cheimuch koipchi kobit miondab fistula ko yautiet nebo yatetetab lagok che tibik anan ko kwonyik. Kotiengei Samuel komakat keborien yautik cheu choto kosubkei ak nereben lagok che tibik boroinwek chebo borotet en sobenywan nebo tai taban ak ibunet nebo miondab fistula.
Normally the way the reproductive organs are designed, they are flexible for the purpose of reproduction. But when something is cut, because FGM includes cutting, during the healing process, there is formation of scar, and the scar is very rigid and is very resistant. So when it comes to the time of childbearing, it doesn't give way, it just resists. So that resistance now it contributes to obstructed labor. The other aspect of female genital mutilation is that it comes as a package. So most communities, they do FGM on young girls. Why do they do on young girls? Because if the women are left to grow big, they will refuse it. So they do it on girls who are like between 9 and 12 years. Just with culture teaching, they have not been exposed to many things. They cannot decide anything for themselves. So it's like the bigger community wants to decide for the children. And in this case, they are told, when you go through this initiation, after this you achieve this, or you become a woman, and then you can get married. If they were doing it on adults, probably it would have been different. But being done on young girls, it predisposes them to early marriage. So it comes as a package. Early marriage in itself will cause the girl to be pregnant before she's mature. When she's pregnant, like the age of 14, 15, her bones are not well developed. But if she's now given out to marriage, she'll become pregnant. And when she's pregnant, she doesn't have the capacity to deliver. So she is a candidate for obstructed labor, which can lead to fistula unless there's intervention.
En Alice ak Irene ko kibit walet kobun konyoiset nekinyor en sipitalitab Gynocare, ole walet nebitu en sobenywan ak sobonwekab kwonyik che kobun eunekab konyoik cheboto Samuel kobornatet netie tetutik chebo kisimji ak kecher kwonyik che imuch kobune kaimutiet nebo fistula komongei asikonyor toretet nemagat.
Emekonugei muguleldang'ung kou kotiorogen komachobokse ingen akinye arogenet isile yon kou ng'etetiot ine lakini ikoinigei Jehova ile Jehova yat oret ile mami ortinwek.
Amwachini biik chebo community ale ndawendi kot konyor anan kokas chi netindoi shida neuni kotyem komut konyo hospitali asibaketoret siko matakonyalil ak shida neunitoni nebo beek amu harufu nemang'u kolyon sasa alechini bicho komut bichotok ngokas chi netindoi shida kunotok komut konyo hospitali amu toretoksei. Victor Korir, Kass TV.
With the WRC Safari Rally 2025, rev Visha and feel the roar.